Okay, so where do I start? Nobody asked me, but I'm making this video anyway. I don't even understand how I was living life before. That's not even to be dramatic or anything. 16. But you know what? We live and we learn. Here are just 5 things that I implemented into my life that changed my life completely. It's hard for you to tell yourself, like, okay, what you're doing right now is no bueno. You need to get your life. If you want to grow, you have to change. Because if you're not growing, you're dying. And I'm not ready to die yet.
Don't pick that phone up. Where the hoes? Just 1 minute. Hold on. Oh, I cannot believe. Hello.
First, let's talk about meditation. And it's something that I've been completely falling in love with. My planner, it does have a positive habit tracker at the bottom of like each page. And I try to make sure that I'm checking every single day. I try to meditate twice a day, when I wake up and before I go to sleep. Do I do that every day, twice a day? No, I'm human. And it's not like I've been doing this all my life. I only started this 2021. Definitely from end of 2022 till now. As we're recording, it's the end of May. Girl, it's September now. What was you doing all summer? Girl, it's October now. What you doing? Girl, it's now November. What's your excuse now? You had summer and fall at this point. I want to say I have been pretty consistent. In a bad week, I'll probably do it 5 times a week. And that's pretty good to me because I never did it before. I feel like it starts and ends my day off on the right note. It clears my mind. Your mind doesn't turn off. But in those minutes, because it's not like you have to go sit there and just be like, you know, like I'm not there yet. Like I'm still a guided meditation girly. I'll get to a point where I'm just like, you know what? Let me just drop everything right now. I need a few minutes to just meditate because sometimes I just be feeling off. After I meditate, I always feel better. Is this magic? Sometimes if I'm not feeling right, sometimes if things is not just going well, just overthinking, life be lifing. I'll just be like, you know what, 5 minutes. If I have to set a timer for 5 minutes and just do breath work or just go on YouTube and look up some of my favorite meditations. I'm actually gonna put the link to one of my favorite meditation channels. I need to pray more consistently. Anytime that I meditate, I'm just like, it's time to talk to God. Get up and pray. This is the most consistent I've been with prayer my entire life. Obviously, when you're younger, you have people telling you to pray. Or at least I did. When you grow up, you realize like, bro, you really have to get up and do this yourself. Let me go hit up God real quick. Like, I miss you, let's talk. Let's have a chat. It taught me to be more grateful. Because I like to start my day off with a gratitude meditation. And it's literally like 5 minutes. And I actually got this meditation video from the wizard Liz. She's literally my spirit animal. I love her so much. She really checks me when I need to be checked. Being happy is cool. Being grateful is necessary. Start your day off with gratitude, end your day off with gratitude. Gratitude for waking you up and gratitude for making you through the day and for all the small little blessings that we have that we don't even acknowledge. The fact that I have 10 fingers, thank you God. There's billions of us on this earth. And there's plenty of people that have circumstances that you don't have. The small things that we see as necessities, those are the things we need to be grateful for. Because some people, those are privileges. What really showed me this was when I went to Africa. And that was my first time going to Africa as an adult. And OMG, biggest culture shock of my life. It made me realize everything is a luxury. And it's not even like I was staying in the trenches. You can have a huge house with AC, electricity, water, and your neighbor lives in a rentre couché. You know, when I started getting older, seeing people my age dying, and I'm pretty young, I'm clearly not as immortal as I think I am. So let's run this back. Let's actually start thanking God more because I don't have to be here. So another thing that changed my life was health awareness. Obviously, it's because of age. Realizing, like I said before, that I'm not as immortal as I think I am. And when you're younger, you do feel like you can fight everything. Nothing's gonna happen to you. You're made out of metal. There's flesh and blood in here. Something can happen to me if I don't take care of myself. It's literally in the details of your life. Like the small little things that you do is what determines and creates your entire life. For example, I love to take morning walks because one, I like to have fresh air in the beginning of the day. It just sets the tone. At-home workouts. Okay, so this is how that even started. I was like, I need to move my body, but I'm not committed enough to go to the gym. So I guess I'm just not gonna work out. What am I gonna do at the gym if I don't even know how to work out? I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know where to start. So I downloaded this app and it has a whole bunch of home workouts on it. It's called Fit On. They need to sponsor me already. I done told everybody about this damn app, but I was just doing at-home workouts, literally 10, 15, 20 minutes a day. Obviously, you will gain more muscle if you implement weights, but you will still tone and sculpt your body just by doing calisthenics. You can do Pilates at home. I don't want to tell you that, but you can. Drinking enough water as well. Listen, whatever the issue is, when you drink more water, it's fixed. You want your skin to clear up? Drink more water. You want your hair to grow? Drink more water. You feel bloated? Drink more water. Like, I promise you, water is the answer to everything. And I had seen this post, I had put it on my story recently. It was like, when you're a kid, you think the most adult drink is coffee. Then you become like a teenager. You think the most adult drink is alcohol. Then you become an adult and you realize it was water all along. And drinking tea, okay? Drink your tea, all right? I try to drink green tea every morning, like right when I wake up, before I like eat real food. I'm not into intermittent fasting, but I guess I kind of do it anyway. Like, not on purpose though. When I have a good, nice and healthy breakfast, I already know my day is gonna be good. For me to even be in the mood to go and like make a nice breakfast, I woke up on the right side of the bed. No one pissed in my Cheerios that morning. Aesthetics is gonna be the death of me. I need to have like my nice breakfast right here, my tea on the side, my bowl of fruit right next to my plate, and then a nice cup of OJ. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna have the best day ever. Because guess what? I had a nice breakfast today. Eat real food in the morning, and I promise you, that's one of the steps to having a good day. Also, listening to my body more. Like, it's like I was speaking English and my body was speaking Chinese. We was not understanding each other. I know, hey, this is gonna affect me in this way, this is gonna affect me in that way. And it was so hard for me to do that before, because it's like, I just forgot about her. But now I remember her all the time, you know? I care about her. She's the only one I have. Hair care and skincare. I am already blessed to have pretty clear skin. Shout out to my mom. I don't really do too much to my skin because I don't want to irritate it. I'm already not used to doing anything to my skin. I don't want to go and like shock it, but I have been taking care of it more. I've been trying to find the right routine. I remember going to Ulta and buying all the skincare, but then it was kind of breaking me out. Like I want to say it was the hyaluronic acid, because I seen some other people on TikTok saying that hyaluronic acid broke them out. So I'm like, okay, that might be what it is. I'm taking care of my hair. This is honestly the healthiest my hair has ever been. I've always had hair. Not like people don't have hair. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I ain't never been bald, is what I'm trying to say. Now my hair is like so much healthier, and I love that for me. And I really, 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 really hope you start taking care of your hair too, so I can love that for you too. The main goal is health. I would say health and length retention, because my hair grows fast already. It's just that my hair breaks off easily. So it's like it's growing, breaking off, growing, breaking off. It's no retention. I have been retaining most of my hair and the length and stuff, so alhamdulillah for that. Another thing that changed my life was self-awareness. We're not as self-aware as we could be. And I said this in my last video about main character syndrome. We all think we're the main character in everyone's life. We're only the main character in our lives. We're literally a side character in every other person's life. And you know what made me realize that? My brother. I seen a video somewhere on the interweb. It was like, when you realize you're not the main character in your sibling's life and they actually have a life of their own and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Let me talk to my brother. So I asked my brother, hey, like, am I not the main character in your life? Because I'm already thinking he's gonna be like, no, Dina, my life revolves around you, of course. And he said, no. I was honestly heartbroken. I'm not even gonna hold you. So then I asked him, I was like, oh, wait, so what do you mean by that? And he was like, I mean, if I had a theme song of my life, like a theme song like for a show, I would definitely be in the theme song, but it's just, I'm not the main character. And it did make me feel better, but it's like, that's crazy. We just all need to zone out of that lens way more often than we do. Shout out to my mom for never letting me play victim. Even if I was to come to my mom with a problem, she'd be like, why are you crying? Why does this matter? And I feel like that's the reason why I give advice the way I do. It sometimes comes off as harsh, but that's not the intention. It's just like, you can always be a victim. because things are always happening to us. I'm against pity parties. I'm only a victim if I consider myself a victim. You can tell me all day that I'm a victim, but if I don't feel like I'm a victim, I'm not a victim. You are always the victor in every single situation that you're put in or that you find yourself in. It's like how I said earlier, like things happening to you because things are always happening for you. Thinking that someone did something to you because of you. They wouldn't have did that to anyone. Like, you just happen to be the person there at the perfect time for this to happen. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it is personalized to you, but most times it has nothing to do with you, it has to do with the other person. And it's a very more freeing mentality because then you stop thinking that you did something wrong, you're the problem, and realizing that people do things because they just want to do it. I feel like everyone should learn how to have a sense of detachment. I'm not saying just saying, oh, fuck everything, I don't care about nothing, nothing matters. I mean, granted, you know, most things don't matter, but detaching yourself from people and situations and problems, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, you have less heartache and headaches when you don't take things as personally. Sometimes that's just what's supposed to happen. You just need to go with the flow, and things are gonna always happen in the most perfect way possible for you. God's not gonna let you down. The universe is not gonna let you down. Whatever you believe in is not gonna let you down. Something else that changed my life was definitely spirituality. Do I want to say I was ever spiritual? I knew religion and stuff like that. I'm Muslim. I feel like in the past 2 years, I started really hopping in my spirituality bag. It's the best thing I ever did. Don't be a shitty person. I believe that should be a law, like a universal law. Don't be a shitty person. And not because of karma or whatever. I don't think you should not be a shitty person because you don't want that to come back to you. That's true, but that's like a more selfish way of looking at it. Don't be a shitty person because no one wants to be around a shitty person. That's how I look at it. I'm not being nice to you because I want you to be nice to me. You know, I'm being nice to you because why wouldn't I be nice to you? Does that make sense? No one wants to be around someone who is just always in a bad mood, who's always talking shit about people or shit about things, or always complaining. Nothing's ever going right for them. Like, no one wants that. Like, that's not a vibe I want to be around. So I'm just not going to put that out either. If you want to be a mean girl, good for you. I hope that fulfills whatever you're trying to fulfill, but it's just not for me. Lots of times people think that I'm a mean girl before they really speak to me in real life. Obviously, if I'm comfortable, why wouldn't I smile? I'm not just gonna sit there looking stank, but I'm not just going to sit down and just be like, you know, like that's fake. I always get like,
oh, when I first met you, I thought you were kind of stuck up, but then I got to know you and you're actually so nice.
and I'm like, duh, I'm a Cancer. I'm a sweetheart. Duh. We're only our perception of things. And I'm not saying I look at the world with rose-colored glasses because I am very realistic, but I do believe that everything is gonna work out for me wholeheartedly. If I'm upset in the morning, by nighttime, I refuse to still be upset because what is that? I just wasted a whole day being pissed. If you go around saying the world is ending, the world's an evil place, the world is terrible, the world is this, the world is that, that's what it's gonna be for you. Me, on the other hand, I believe the world is my oyster and God loves me so much and I'm the luckiest girl in the entire world and everything goes right for me. And another thing that I started understanding was everything is on a spectrum and multiple things can exist at once. Believing that there's good and bad people on this earth is very Disney Channel. It's very Nickelodeon. It's very childish. People are not good or bad because that's just made up. So people do good or bad things, also very relative. We just are. We're literally souls in a skin bag. We're souls in a skin bag. We're not good or evil or anything in between. We just are. For example, I could do something bad to you, right? So you think I'm evil. My grandma, my mom, my whoever, they could look at me as an angel. Who was wrong in this situation? Is it you? Are you wrong thinking I'm evil because my grandma loves me? Or is my grandma wrong for thinking I'm an angel because I did something bad to you? Like, two things can exist at once. There's a tweet I saw and this guy was like, I remember wanting to change the world, but then I got wise, realized that I needed to change myself. Oh my God, what's wrong with society? How are we gonna fix everything? How are we gonna... Everyone Everyone needs to figure out how to fix themselves, and that is what fixes society. Try to figure out how you can be the best human being and the best contribution to society. That is what helps society. The last thing that I did, this is 5 of a million things. This is just the 5 that I thought of. Last thing that I'm going to talk about today is saying no. And it's something I'm still learning because I'm someone who has major FOMO. It made me realize that I'm such a people pleaser. It's so sickening. It's disgusting, actually. I just like making people happy. It's very hard for me to say no. I want to see the people I love happy. So that's definitely been hard because I've been saying no more often and I haven't really been seeing people as much as I used to, and it does get lonely, trust me. I was always busy. I was always at a birthday event. I was always at a dinner. I was always at this person's event, a graduation, a cookout, a this, a that. I was literally always on go. I was never home. I was always out. I was just doing a million things every single day. I always had plans. And now I've been standing more still, focusing more on myself because it's like I was pleasing everybody else and not giving a fuck about myself. And that is a no, okay? Like going forward, everything's gonna pay off when your life is together. If you're saying no for the betterment of you, that's not a bad thing. You can't pour into things with an empty cup. But in order for me to pour into other people, I have to stay to myself, recharge. When I was younger and my parents would always say, like, you don't need to always be in people's faces. Let people miss you. And I'd be listening to them like, what are y'all talking about? They miss me. That's why we see each other so often. Now that I get older, I'm just like, that makes so much sense. I realize now it's better for me to be missed than my presence not be appreciated. Someone you see all the time. You see them all the time. Well, it's not nothing special. They're always there. You know they're not going nowhere. You're expecting them. When you're missed, they do see you. It's like, oh my God, I've been seeing you so long. What's up? Like, we missed you. I promise you, that feels so much better than, oh yeah, of course she's coming. You know he's coming. I'm pretty sure I could come up with a million more. I might even make another video to this. Who knows? Let's see how I'm feeling. Yeah, those are 5 things that changed my life. I wasn't trying to make this get too deep because I really couldn't make this get deep. And if y'all want this to get deep, please let me know. It is a learning process. It is an everyday thing. Like, let's see if in 6 months I have a whole new list. Wow, that was quicker than I expected. So, XOXO Gossip Girl.